Good day, everyone. Our data visualization project topic will be on early gain advantage and win prediction in Pro League of Legends match. And now I will introduce you my team member. So this will be my group member, which is Conjishan, and me myself, Patrick Xia, and also Chia Haoyang. Now let me start with the executive summary of the project. For the purpose of this project, we will be analyzing whether early gain metrics such as goal, SP, creates goal difference at the 15-minute marks, which can reliably predict match outcome in a professional League of Legends games. And why does it matter? It's important because early gain usually lead to snowball into win, and by understanding this trend, coaches and the team can make smarter decisions in drafting strategies and also early game planning. Moving on to the problem and objective, in professional League of Legends games, teams are always trying to understand what truly leads to win. And another business problem will be on how the early game step influence the momentum, but remain unclear on how reliably this step predict win. For the objective of this project, it will be two main objectives, which is first we analyze how early game metrics related to win or loss outcome using the data from 2025 Pro season. And secondly, we explore the comeback win, which is how often they happen and what threat they share when teams recover from an early deficit. Our data source comes from Oracle Elixir, which is a well-known and trusted source for professional League of Legends match data. This dataset specifically covers the 2025 Pro season and include the detailed stats across early, mid, and late game phase for each match. For the data schema, it's in CSV format and contain match level data for each team. The key column will be goal diff at 15, SP diff at 15, and CS diff at 15, which track the elegant leads, and goal diff 25 for latter momentum, and result which will tell us for the team won or lost, and also the gain length, which is the total duration of the match. In total, we analyzed 79,836 match entry, which give us a large sample size to discover the trend and also the pattern of the match. In order to carry out the analysis, we use Python as our main programming environment. For the data wrangling and pre-processing, we rely on pandas, and lastly, to visualize the trend and pattern, we use Seaborn and Matplotlib to create histogram, KDE plot, violin plot, and bar charts. For the data preparation, we start by removing null values and non-numeric entry to clean out the dataset. Next, we will be converting the important field like goal at 15, SP at 15, result and gain length into numeric type so we could analyze them properly. And lastly, we create the goal deficit bucket, which allow us to group the combat scenario and observe how frequently teams win after being behind at the 15-minute marks.
In this slide, we'll show you how early gold and XP leads affect win rates. At 15 minutes, teams with a positive gold or XP difference are already more likely to win, and that trend becomes even stronger by 25 minutes. Interestingly, XP advantage can be a little bit more reliable indicator than gold, especially in close matches, suggesting that experience points reflect better map control and team tempo. In here, we plotted gold versus XP difference at the 15-minute mark. Each point is a team's early game performance, colored by the match result. As you can see, wins tend to cluster to the top right, which means teams that lead in both XP and gold early are more likely to win. And in the bottom left, we can also see some scattered wins. These indicate comeback victories where teams manage to turn things around despite early deficits. We also ran a correlation matrix to check how well these metrics relate to winning. Gold and XP differences at 15 minutes showed strong positive correlation with victory, while CS difference was slightly weaker but still meaningful. This confirms that early game performance, especially in gold and XP, can be strong predictors of the final result. So, what about the teams that fall behind? This chart shows comeback wins based on early gold deficits. Most comeback happens when the team is behind by at most 500 or 1500 goal. But once the goal gap exceeds 2000, comebacks become really rare. We also found that comeback games tend to last a lot longer, meaning more time is needed to recover from early disadvantages. And finally, these two line plots show that how goal and XP difference evolve from 10 to 25 minutes. Winning teams tend to keep building on their lead, while losing teams keep falling further behind. This clearly shows a snowball effect. Once a team gets ahead early, they usually stay ahead and win. So maintaining an early momentum in the game is crucial in professional matches.
Moving on, this radar chart shows the first objective control of winning versus losing. So we can see that the winning team secure all the early objectives such as first blood, first tower, first dragon, first herald and first baron more often than the losing team. Secondly, the biggest gap are seen in the first tower, first herald, first baron, which shows a strong early control by the winning teams. So overall, the radar shape for the winning team is much larger. Next, we will look at the bar chart of win rate by first objective. So we can see that the team that secure the first baron have the highest win rate, which shows that it's the most impactful early objective. Second, the first tower and first herald are strongly linked to winning, with a win rate of around above 70%. Last, the first blood and first dragon shows lower winning rates, which suggests that they are less decisive compared to the other early objective. Moving on, the Vining plot visualizes the distribution of the assist to kill ratio for both winning and losing teams. So we can see from the plot that the distribution for the winning team is much wider and more spread out, whereas the losing team tend to have lower and tighter ratio. Next, the heat map highlights how aggressive actions in the early game are closely connected. So in heat map, it shows that a strong positive correlation between the statistic like Q set 15 and assist set 15 suggests that early fights often lead to a map control. Lastly, the box plot shows how the game duration changes when a team gets different first objective first. So it shows that securing first tower or first herald is often linked to a shorter games.
So in conclusion, we see that the goal and XP at 15 minutes can predict the outcome of the game. The team with an early goal and XP leads at 15 minutes have a significantly higher winning rates. Second, the early objectives are crucial. Securing the first objective, especially Baron and Tower, can strongly correlate with the victory of the game. Third, the comebacks are possible but rare. The comeback wins usually occur when the early goal deficit is moderate, between 500 to 2005. They are rare beyond 2000 goal. Last, the snowball effect is evident. The winning teams tend to increase their goal lead over time, which confirm that early leads often lead to a stronger mid and late game control. That's all from our group. Thank you very much.